Good morning, Monarchs. Welcome to the More Morning Show. I'm John O'Brien.
And I'm Nicholas Jones. Today is Friday, March 7th, and here's what we have in store for you.
Today we'll give you all the details about tonight's Glow Dance. You won't want to miss it.
We'll also spotlight UC Davis as our College of the Week, exploring its standout programs.
And in the second half of the show, a Monarch will share their favorite athlete in a fun Roar interview.
All that and more on the other side of the intro.
Let's start things off with the more you know. This week's word of the week is grit, which means resolve, courage, strength of character, and persistence. It ties into our theme, don't let failure stop you.
A great example of grit is Michael Jordan. Did you know that he was cut from his high school varsity team? Instead of giving up, he practiced harder and became one of the greatest athletes of all time.
You can also show grit in the classroom. For example, if you don't do well on a test, don't give up. Put in the effort to study harder and learn from your mistakes. That kind of persistence helps build success.
Monarchs, keep showing grit and determination on both sides, inside and out of the classroom.
Tonight's the night, Monarchs. The Glow Dance is happening from 5 to 7:30 p.m. in the NPR. You'll need a ticket to attend, so don't forget to bring yours. Wear your brightest neon colors and enjoy the DJ and dance floor. There will also be a game room with Nintendo Switches, and every attendee gets a free slice of pizza. It's going to be a fun evening, so make sure you're there.
Thanks for that, John. Sounds like a blast. Starting Monday, March 10th, the book fair will be in full swing in the library. Runs till March 14th. This event preps us for Read Across Redlands, where middle schools will compete to see who has the most pages over spring break.
Thank you, Nick. I'm definitely checking out the book fair next week. So, Nick, do you have any books in mind for the break?
Yeah, I've got a couple fantasy novels lined up. What about you?
Thinking about some sports biographies. Let's send it over to Claire Speak with today's announcements.
Good morning, More Monarchs. Today is Friday, March 7th, 2025. I'm Claire Speak, and here are your announcements for the day. Let's start with sports. The girls' soccer team had an impressive win on March 4th with a final score of 6-1. This was the final game of the regular season. They finished with a record of 2 wins, 0 losses, and 4 ties. That's an undefeated season. Great job, Monarchs. The boys' soccer team worked hard but lost their game 1-4. They finished the regular season with 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Next up for both teams are the playoffs, which will take place on March 13th. Good luck, everyone. Spring break is almost here. With the book fair next week, you'll have a chance to buy a new book to read over the break, because during the break, it's Read Across Redlands Week. This is a reading competition between all the schools in Redlands. Your goal is to read as much as you can and record the number of pages you finish. After the break, turn in your reading logs so that our school's total can be added up. Let's show how much pride the Monarchs have by winning this competition. And I'm sure you've been told that the dance is tonight. It starts from 5 p.m. in the NPR and will run for about 2 hours. As we've already heard about this event from the anchors earlier this week, I'd like to take a moment to thank ASB for their dedication and hard work in organizing these amazing school events. When you see an ASB member, make sure to thank them for everything they do. That's it for today's announcements. Up next, we'll feature the College of the Week, the University of California at Davis. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Claire. Now, let's learn about this week's featured school, UC Davis. This package was produced by Connor Mason.
This week's College of the Week is UC Davis. The colors are blue and gold, so make sure to wear them. Their mascot is a Mustang named Gunrock. The top 3 majors are psychology, biological sciences, and neurobiology. They have a 42% acceptance rate and an 86% graduation rate. Our very own Mr. Elgin went to UC Davis. Let's hear about his experience.
So I actually attended UC Davis as a postgrad. I had already gotten my master's in education, but I went to UC Davis so I could get my supplementary credential in computer science. So it was actually a unique experience. I attended virtually and I got my classwork done mostly here in Redlands. but I got to visit a few times to go to symposiums and see the campus. One of the things that I thought was really interesting about the campus, kind of really stood out, is how many bicycles were on campus. It seems like they have about 20,000. I guess they have the most amount of bicycles on any college campus. And then also walking around, sometimes you could smell a little bit of like a dairy farm. I guess they have a big agriculture program. So there's students there that are learning how to do a lot of farming science and agriculture. Some of them are making their own ice cream and roasting their own coffee. So lots of really interesting majors there. So I'm kind of biased. I would say if you're interested in computer science, they were one of the first schools in the nation that allowed me to get my computer science credential. But they have a lot of really interesting programs there, and it's a beautiful campus.
UC Davis is in the city of Davis and is a 1.5 hour flight, a 7-hour car ride, 18-hour transit, 2-day bike ride, and a 7-day walk. That's all for the College of the Week. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Connor, for that look at UC Davis. It's clear they have an excellent computer science program for any aspiring tech leaders.
Teachers, this is a reasonable stopping place if you need to move on with class.
But if you're sticking with us, here's what's coming up.
Take a look at the STEM conference, where 8th grade girls explore careers at Science of the University of Redlands.
And later, Connor and I head out to PE to ask Monarchs about their favorite sports. One response definitely stands out.
I'll get it.
Will you go to the spring dance with me?
No.
But why not?
Because I'm going with my yearbook.
Whoa. How much was it?
$60, cheaper than any dress I could buy for the dance.
Where can I get one?
You can get one at jostens.com, your one-stop shop for buying a yearbook.
Welcome back, Monarchs, and thank you for staying with us.
Next up, let's see how the STEM conference inspired our 8th grade girls.
I went to the STEM Girls field trip at the University of Redlands. We had to travel around the campus, like going to different places to learn about different people, and we got to sit in like this like classroom area, and then there was a lot of people talking about their career as far as being related to science, and I got to see a paleontologist. It was a lot of people from different schools though, like a lot of different girls, and like everyone was dressed up and it was nice. There was this speaker at the beginning that talked about how really tough trying to get back into school and go to college and stuff, but she ended up doing it for her child.
That looked like such a great opportunity. I bet Nick wishes he could have gone.
You too. Now, let's head to PE, where Connor and John ask Monarchs about their favorite sports.
Okay. Yeah!
And then what about this? What about this game?
Nice. Okay, don't look at the camera.
Okay.
What is your favorite sport?
Water polo.
Water polo. And what do you say that you were rooting for the USA water polo team?
Of course I am.
Like, who's your favorite player?
My uncle. Okay.
Your uncle? Your uncle was on the water polo team?
No.
No? He just plays water polo?
Nope.
He doesn't play water polo?
Nope. Alright. I don't even know your name.
Monarchs, we've hoped you've been inspired by this week's theme of grit and persistence. Hopefully Trent keeps working on his water polo knowledge, and maybe one day he'll be half decent.
Also, thank you, Mr. Elgin and Ms. Elias, for your contributions. Keep showing effort, kindness, and respect in everything you do.
And go Monarchs!